man came to the door. He spoke to me hastily, and he was nervous. He handed me a jar. I said, "What's this?" He said, "It's bad stuff." I said, "What do you mean bad stuff?" He said, "That's about as bad stuff as you can get. Take some. Find out what's in it." Apparently, they were buying this act of me being a documentary filmmaker. I guess because you have a camera in your hand, you know what you're doing. So somebody thrusts a jar of contaminated something into your hand, and they say, "Hey, take this. Figure it out."
Folks, that goes to support the thesis that Josh Fox did not intend and had no real awareness that he was going to make this into a documentary film when he first started out. He just happened to get a letter from Cabot Oil and Gas offering a lease and offering money. This is still at the stage where he's kind of innocent. Later, he does become more of an activist, but at this point, that's not really how he sees himself, and that supports and bolsters the idea that he got into this by accident. Now, true, he has an agenda. He has an agenda now. But from an objectivity standpoint, it sure does look to me like he's just after information. And the other thing is, regarding the people that handed him water and said this is pretty bad, again, these are people, kind and pleasant as they are, and we've seen several of them now. They don't know about mytapscore.com. Now, this was also in 2009. I don't think mytapscore.com existed in 2009. And even if it did exist, I don't know that these folks would have known or understood to use that. But after Flint, Michigan, and after stuff like this, I sure hope more people use it. And by the way, I don't work with them. I don't make any commission off of them. I just believe in the objective science.
I had an inkling of what this stuff was. I'd heard reports of oil and gas wastewater, known as produced water, the water that comes back up out of the ground that's contaminated with the fracking fluids being dumped illegally onto fields and into streams. And I'd heard of workers who had chemical burns on their hands and faces. And here I was.
We're going to hear that a lot. The concept of the produced water. It's hardly a pleasant term, meaning there's some kind of production involved. It means water that has been severely and nastily contaminated. This gets to another important point that I think is overlooked, and why it is people misunderstand fracking in both directions. The fracking process itself can be of great scientific achievement and great scientific advancement, and arguably may not be the problem in contamination of water supplies, aquifers. It's what's done with the produced water, the waste piss water that comes out of the fracking process, where instead of trucking it away or keeping it in a retention device or holding pond, they just dump it right back into the same ground that they fracked from. That's probably the bigger problem, and that's solvable. That's overcomable.
Being handed a jar of a mysterious yellowish, brownish liquid. I needed more information.
Thanks for watching. Let me know any other topics you want me to discuss. This YouTube channel is to help you. This is for information. I want to hear from you, and I want to know what things are on your mind.